Yay!
Hi, Ahava.
Hi, Noni.
I do it for the most high. All praises to the most high. Connected to the most high. Hello to the most high.
Shout out to Rabbi L, for the wonderful music that you let us play and listen to every week.
Every week.
Up on
I'm a hitch.
The life of Rabbi L, y'all.
You really do need to get a hold of that. It'll change your life in a good way.
It will, because we play them all the time in this house.
At least 3 times a week. And that's not even on the show.
We have our own Rabbi L show in our house all the time.
With the children.
But, you guys, it is Artist Week. It's episode 20, and guess who we're having on the show is Noni. I'm so excited to interview you. You have no idea. It's going to be so good, you guys. So good. So let's hurry up and get right into it. You guys follow us on all the things, all the social media. So we have Twitter, AhiYah EDU. Make sure you hit us up on YouTube, AhiYah Kai, and shout us out. Talk to us live on YouTube right now. You can type, you can chat, you can do all the things, and so that way we can talk back with you while we're on the show. Instagram, AhiYah Kai and Noni Kai, and then you can email us at ahiyahkconsulting@gmail.com if you have any questions, want to be on the show, or anything of that nature.
That's right. Listen, I'm waiting for y'all right now to ding in and ding ding.
Please do it. Messages pop up. It's so cool. And we love just interacting with you guys. And we replay the show throughout the week too. So you can hit us up on Amazon, Alexa, Amazon Podcasts, Spreaker, Apple, iTunes, iHeart, Spotify, all the things. Okay. You can just replay us and shout us out.
Enjoy us forever.
Forever. And then we have our sponsors that we have every week. Sponsors. So we have AhiYah Consulting, you guys. So that's us together. We have Kai Management, which you're about to learn about tonight. And that's going to be super exciting. You have Earth Baby, all your laundry soap needs. You can go to Earth Baby. AhiYah Financial Education, we'll talk about here in a little bit. 13 Crystalline. If you need any of your holistic needs, go to 13 Crystalline. And then AhiYah Living. We're also going to talk about a little bit of AhiYah Living tonight. So tune in and listen in, y'all. And so I'm super excited about that.
Right. Good show, guys. I know it's about me, but it's going to be good.
So good. You want to tell them, how they can get a hold of us?
Yes, please. So if you are new to our show, we offer branding services, and we also offer financial services for your business. So in order to hit us up, go to shopblockenterprise.com, click on the business planning tab, and under that, you'll see AhiYah Financial Education, where Ahava will, get you guys going with the finances. And if you go to Kai Management, I can help you with branding. I can help you with some sales and marketing strategies, logos, and all of the design needs that you have. And then AhiYah Kai Consulting, that's both of us. We just, a whole
perfect duo, you guys. All if you need everything. Hit us up.
One-stop shop. If you have any questions about anything, you can always just email us, because we love to hear from you guys. Pretty soon, we'd like to address your questions live. So, do the things and go to AhiYah, or you can actually email us at ahiyahkconsulting@gmail.com, and we will respond. I promise you, baby.
We will. Or you can just go ahead and ask your questions live, and we'll answer them as they pop up on the screen.
That's right.
And so that's that, you guys. Now let's get into the good part, you guys. Let me, Noni, I was supposed to be on here by myself, and I was going to bring Noni in, to treat her like a real guest, but she is no guest. She's no stranger. And we're about to get to know Noni, not just about the branding side, but her art side. She is an artist. She is a singer. She has traveled around the world singing. She's met a lot of people. We're going to learn a little bit more about it. But before we talk to her, I want you guys to watch this video. And it's going to be Noni's voice and her art. And then we're going to talk about it as soon as we get back. So enjoy.
I'm a Brooklyn girl, but I have a country girl at heart. Art to me is an expression of our deepest and darkest misunderstandings. Wow, where does art take me? Well, it takes me on many places. Many times it's really back to me in different expressions. Breaking free, I am ready to learn. I won't hesitate. Oh, my dream. I have so many, but as far as an artist, my dream is to have as many people enjoy my art as much as I do. Just not worth it. Can you hear my heart? Can you see my tears? They fill the river.
Noni. I literally almost just started crying. I was just like holding back the tears. I'm just so happy to just hear your voice and see your art, and just for you to even have the courage even to do this today. Everybody, welcome Noni to the show. Thank you for deciding to be on Artist Week.
Thank you for having me. It's so weird to be on this side, you guys. I know that it's still, my show, but it's very interesting. It's awesome to be an artist on my show. That was such a beautiful thing to see.
How did it feel? How did it feel actually hearing your voice and seeing your art all together?
The words. It's a really amazing feeling. I didn't think about myself in this position at this time in my life. I kind of do art for me, and if people see it and hear it, they see it and hear it. But I haven't put myself in the artist realm in such a long time. It feels a little surreal. So, very nostalgic as well.
Mm-hmm.
Especially that song in particular. I remember writing and recording it so many years ago. And shout out to Brian Ennis and so many wonderful people. Oh my God. I'm just blessed with so many beautiful people that have been a part of my musical journey. And I think of you all the time. I hope you're here listening. So thank you, Mel.
Thank you, Mel, so much. So let's talk about you as an artist. Let's talk about your artwork first. So you do music. You also create art. What 13 artistry? How did you even come up with that?
Well, that's a fantastic question. I was kind of overworking for people, and I think everybody gets to a point, especially artists, they're just kind of like, gosh, I don't really feel like working a job. Like, I'd rather just be an artist. So, gosh, back in 2014, I quit my job and moved to Costa Rica. But before I went, for some reason, and this was truly out of the blue, I told my brother, I was like, do they have paint in Costa Rica? Like, can I just crazy question? Like, do they have paint? Or they?
They better have paint up there.
Ridiculous. It was such a dumb question. But I was trying to ask, like, was it accessible? And he was telling me like the relative costs of things. And he was like, yeah, you can get it here, but it's super expensive. And I was like, dang, okay. So, but the odd part about it was I had no intention of going to Costa Rica to paint. Like, I went to Costa Rica because I wanted to go to Costa Rica. And I wanted to, like, not be in the States and not have a job, just a vacation,
Yeah.
But something was like, all right, well, if you're going on vacation, like, go be an artist and vacation and like paint the sunsets. Mind you, I think the last time I pick up a paint and a brush, I was 2 years old. I wasn't painting. I wasn't.
Just completely random.
So random.
Wow.
So random. I really had no set intention to do art. It just something that this feeling was very strong. I was like adamant about it. So I ended up going to Costa Rica. I ended up staying there for 8 months, came back, and the first thing I did was paint. And I painted every single day for hours at a time. And the first thing I did was paint like collages. I was really interested in multimedia pieces.
Oh.
So I started out just getting these small 8 by 12 canvases and putting all of these little sayings and things and like painting the backdrop. Girl, I don't know what I was doing, but I made like 60 of them.
Wow.
And I sold a lot of them.
Yeah. You knew you were supposed to be doing it. It was just in you. It's just in your soul, just like bursting out.
Yeah, it just was like, okay, we finna go. Let's just go. Girl, I had the glue and the sprinkles and all types of feathers and
It is so funny. In the video, I was asking you these questions, and I just want you to elaborate just a little bit more. I love this picture, but I just keep this picture here, and tell me, where does art take you? Just elaborate a little bit more deep into that, because you was in Costa Rica and it just like came where was it taking you? What journey?
Well, at the time, I was trying to figure out how I could make $1 because I realized that people were coming to my grandmother's house where I was living at the time. And she was like, you should just sell them. And people would come to her houses to visit and they would say, who did that and how much are they? And I was like, what? This is a thing? Okay, well, this is $60 here. And I've always been in sales, so I had some idea of what my worth was, I guess. That's kind of how 13 Artistry came about. 13 Artistry was also created because I wanted to have my own business. In Costa Rica, I was still working for somebody because I needed money, so I ended up working for a American company. And I was like, this is so backwards. Like, I didn't come here to, first of all, I went there just for vacation and I ended up staying to live. And then I got a job. And then I was like, this is so weird. I should be in the States doing what I really want to do. So I had to think about what it was. Singing, it wasn't really an option for me. Again, this whole painting thing was on my mind. And so 13 Artistry was really to manage other artists that could not do their business. And I had just come straight out of business. I was working for a tech company, and I was like, third in line from the owner as their sales and operations director. So my mind was like structured in that way, but I definitely wanted it to be more art involved. So that's how 13 Artistry came about.
Are you saying 13 Artistry was your first business that you started?
Yeah. Yes.
I did not know that.
Yep. 13 Artistry was my very first business. And actually, Kamel Peters, who we had on the show, he was my very first client.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now I'm putting all this stuff together.
Yeah.
So, that is so crazy. So let's talk about some of these paintings right here. They're just so beautiful, Noni.
Thank you.
I really love this black and white one. Is this what? How did you even draw this?
Okay, so first off, that's actually pencil.
Wow.
And it's on a black canvas, and it is pencil work, and it is a matte black acrylic paint. I had worked for being with Kamel. We went to Art Basel a few times, and I was really intrigued I've always been intrigued with, sacred geometry and things of that nature. Creating it, I used to doodle it all the time. But actually visualizing me putting it into a piece of art did not come about until I went to Art Basel, and I saw this wonderful woman artist who I can't think of her name at the moment, but she had something akin to it. And it, in my mind, I was like, that's where I'm going to start, Yeah. So I just did that. And I don't know why pencil. I think I wanted to just outline and then paint later. Yeah. But I loved how it came out. It just
so good.
It just worked out. And so that's how, and I do intend to go back to that type of style because I really enjoy it. It's very meditative.
It is. It really is. And then this black or the yellow and black one underneath it, I can just see it just hanging in one of my stores.
Most I will be.
I just love it, Noni. You really have what style would you call yourself?
That's very interesting. I've still yet to define. I mean, technically, my style is just abstract art. On canvas, on acrylic on canvas. The way that I create art is, if I had to define my art, I would say that it's colorful chaos. I really don't have, my mom gets on me about this all the time. She's like, you never really set an intention with your art. You just do it. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, because I see what I want, but I first see color. And so I just use color, and things start to happen. I don't know. My process is not so structured, such as my life. But the fun part about it too, because I don't put myself in a box, although I do have a vision that I want to get to, the outcome I can see to a certain degree. And this black and white and yellow piece you're speaking about, it's a series of 6. And my intention with this was to see if I can create paintings with just 3 colors, and how I can just be as limited with color as possible, because I really enjoy using every single color in the world on one canvas at one time. So that was kind of my goal with that.
So what is I love these paintings too, you guys. For the viewers, you have to go to our YouTube page and YouTube at AhiYah Kai, if I can get it out of my mouth, AhiYah Kai, and really look at these paintings. They're just absolutely beautiful. So beautiful, so colorful. I'm all about the color.
Thank you.
Thank you, Melissa. She said your artwork is amazing, which it is.
So gratitude.
Tell us, what's your dream? What's your dream for your art?
it's just like I said, I really, I just want everybody to have one.
Yeah.
You know, and I know that's not necessarily possible, but I really just want people to look at my art and just be like, wow, that was really cool. You know, I just went somewhere that I haven't been before. And even if it creates some kind of nostalgia of their favorite place, you know, or their favorite feeling, I really do create with a lot of emotion in my work because I'm always singing while I do it.
Yeah.
Or listening to music. And the majority of my first paintings are really like my love story. Um, I did those paintings the time that I was courting my consort at the time. So yeah, that first painting was actually, it's called King of Amor. And
Yeah, I was going to ask you a little bit more about that. Yeah. And it's a drawing of your king.
yeah, well, you know what's interesting about that? It came out is that's actually charcoal, and I never worked with charcoal before, but I always wanted to. I mean, you know, I've used it, but not in the sense of like creating something like that. And the cool part about it is, I had an idea of I never used green in that way. I never just used one color, tried to like keep it focused on that and how I could use it. And
Yeah.
you know, green was my heart chakra. And so I used it and I was like, wow, this kind of looks like a womb, you know, looks like something, what can go there? And when I looked at it, I kid you not, he came out of the picture. I literally just traced it. I could never do that. I literally just traced it out. And I stepped back and I was like, what in the world is that?
I just love an artist's brain because it's like it just comes. Somebody is taking control of the hand, and it just
for sure.
Yeah,
and it is not with anyone else. It is certainly with me because I don't know how things. I think things just pop out. Me and my mother laugh about this all the time. I reference her. Shout out to my mom. She bought half of my paintings. I don't know if out of sympathy, she really loves them, but I appreciate it. And she's always telling me, like, I see things in your paintings. You see the person there? You did it? I'm like, Mom.
Yeah.
You can't do that, Mom. But these are my newest works. These were actually featured in my first gallery show in Havana.
Wow.
And shout out to AHA Gallery in Havana. If you're there, please go to it. We actually had one of the artists and director, Anne Kozlowski. She was one of our guests from our gallery.
Fabulous art.
Yeah, but this was I was trying to do more color in different ways, and this was actually quite successful for me.
As it should be. I do love you also incorporate your art into your website designing, and your website are absolutely just beautiful, you guys. If you really want a unique website that's just, you know, that it's made from an artist, you have to talk to Noni about it. But how does that work? You know, when you do create your website, does it just flow because you're an artist? Is it because things just look so, it's just because your websites are different than any other websites I've absolutely seen. And it must be because you're an artist. I don't know. What is it?
I mean, I would have to attribute that because I am what I am, but I really do think like the visual, you know, first it does depend on what it is I'm trying to convey, the message. But aesthetically, I love things to flow. And so when I'm structuring things, I still try to keep balance in the picture and the verbiage, and not try to use too much color because, you know, it's a website. But at the same time, I do like to incorporate some color and some fun little animations and things like that. So I think that's why most people like what I do, because I got an artist eye. So I'm very particular about the way things flow.
And I love that. And I actually created a little video for you about your websites. The people need to see what you do.
Okay.
I know you don't do art as much as you would love to, but you do still do it every day through your websites. And
Yes.
yeah, so that's another way that you do it. So I just want you guys to see some of the websites that Noni has done, and they're just absolutely beautiful. And it's her voice behind the website, so that you're going to be hearing. So we're going to hear a little bit more of Noni. So enjoy this video, and we'll talk about your websites when we get back.
Okay.
Selfishly, I keep you. Foolishly, I stay. Willingly, I love you. This is why I pray. Patiently, I wait for you. Needfully, I stray. Maliciously, I disown you. And this is why things don't change. I need to be obsolete. I need time to get back to me. I need a moment to clear my head. I need to believe our time is dead. Knowingly you hurt me. Continuously you push me away. And dying love and affection, these are the things you've tried to portray. But I'm always ready for you to go, ready for you to leave me. So if this is what love's supposed to be, then love is just not for me. No, 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 no. How am I to believe that things will change when so remain the same as things will be? The last of our love story, 'cause I'm bleeding out. Yes, I'm bleeding out. 'Cause I'm bleeding out. Yes, I'm bleeding out. I need to be obsolete. I need time to get back to me. I need a moment to clear my head. I need to believe our time is dead. Our time is dead. Our time is
I love it. As you guys can see, it's just beautiful, just beautiful. And I just have to say that I just love AhiYah resources just so much.
I actually do too. In gratitude, I must give a shout out to Vallejo for the song that was playing behind. Mind you, that song wasn't mastered or nothing. We just was in our little little studio doing our thing. So shout out to Brian Ennis, shout out to Alex Boudreau on drums, shout out to John Brown for the guitars, and Sarah. I love you guys so much. Sarah Filak.
I just love your voice. Before we talk about you as a singer, anything else that you want to say about your artwork before we get you to singing?
Oh my God, y'all me sang. So I just I just wanted to say thank you all for, gratitude for supporting me, those who have, and those who just click the like button, y'all. It's all good. Um, there's been many people who have supported me along the way and continue to do so, and I just give you guys all the gratitude. And if you're interested in a commission piece, I will gladly do so. I am on Twitter at 13 Artistry. Oh, not Twitter enough. Actually, I'm on Twitter at 13 Artistry too. But you guys can reach me on the IG.
On the IG, 13 Artistry on the IG.
Mm-hmm.
You guys hit her up, have her do some paintings and stuff for you guys.
Yeah.
Let's talk about you as a singer, Noni. Oh my goodness. Noni, you have traveled, you have done so much stuff as a singer that I'm just now finding out. Like you have this whole nother life before you came into art and stuff right now. Let's just how long have you been singing?
Oh, wowie zowie. That is always the $1,000,000 question. How long have I known that I was singing? I would say about 10.
About 10?
Yeah, because I remember very clearly living in Village Park. Shout out to all the VP crew.
Mm-hmm.
They used to always have me sing, I believe that children are our future. I used to have to sing that song every day, y'all. Crazy. So, yeah, back then.
Before we talk about you having a band, can we go ahead and hear a hymn before we go into that? No, okay. You on the show without singing, and people, you just have such a beautiful voice, as you guys can hear in the videos. But just a little hymn, if you don't mind.
Let me think about. So there's a song that I love. I'm a jazz head, y'all. If y'all know me, you know I love jazz. So I'm gonna do a song called Nature Boy real quick. There was a boy, a very strange, enchanted boy. And though he wandered very far, over land and sea, a little shy and sad of eyes, but very wise was he. And then one magic day, he passed my way. And while we spoke of many things, fools and kings, this he said to me: the greatest thing you'll ever learn is just to love and be loved in return.
So beautiful, Noni. So beautiful. Oh, I just admire singers because that's what I want to be.
Girl, you better get some high notes. Come on.
I need that. I need that in my life.
Get some sea salt and get the gurgling, girl. Come on. La, 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 la.
That's so funny. So you used to be in a band. Talk about that. Who did you meet? How did this band happen?
Shout out to Bad Rabbits. You know I love y'all. Back in the day, we were called the Eclectic Collective, and I was out and about at the Middle East, and my girl Peaches, come on, Kristen Asklin, she was like, you have to meet this band. I was like, okay. And it was like they were playing there often, and every time they played, I just never made it. So one day I actually made it. We're sitting at the bar. We're having a beer. We missed the entire show. Like, it's crazy. So I come out and I say to them, I'm sorry I missed your show, but I hear great things. And the drummer, Shield Dave, love you, bro. He was like, you're a singer? I was like, yeah, I'm a singer. He's like, why don't you sing something? So I was like, okay. And I think I sang, I can't remember the song I sang. It'll come to me. But they were impressed. And, a week later, I came to rehearsal. He was like, all right, come to rehearsal. He just walked away. So, for Dua Ajiman, he was already the lead singer, and he graciously allowed me to join in and co-sing with him. And for about, for years after that, we just were the Eclectic Collective. We ended up being a 10-person band, and we traveled all over the North American continent and primarily stuck on the East Coast. We actually were the opening band and backing band for Slick Rick for a long time. That was really fun. Wow, those were the days.
Wow.
Yeah, it was just, he made a comeback back then, and he was like, he's just such a cool dude. Yeah. But yeah, through Eclectic Collective, we did our tour. I think we ended our tour back in 2008, and they dispersed the band and became Bad Rabbits. And I took a back seat. They became a band of 5, and they went on ahead and started touring internationally. And I was on their EP, and I was actually allowed to share the stage with them. We went to Craig Ferguson show, and we did the Jimmy Kimmel show. And that was like our 10-year, it was crazy. It was like 10-year anniversary that those things were happening.
Right.
So, it was really cool. I love those guys. I hope they're all doing well. And I would love to individually have all of them on our show because they're amazing.
That's so cool.
So yeah, that's what I did. And then I was actually in a band called Vallejo, which is the band that you just heard in the video, where I was the lead singer, but we just never were able to take off because we just didn't. But that's okay.
Yeah.
It was really fun.
So besides Slick Rick, who else did you meet that was like pretty cool? That
I'm so bad with names. Maceo Parker was one. He was one that I was just telling Mel about. And for those who don't know, he was like James Brown, his musician forever. Mm-hmm. And we played at the Roxy, and I remember him getting off the stage like, "Who's that woman I was just saying?" And I thought I was in trouble. And we were, passing ships, and he was like, "Was that you?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "You're amazing." He's like, "You're gonna go somewhere with that voice." And I was like, "Yeah." I tell young ones, I didn't even know what to do. I just bowed. I was like, "Ah." So, I also met Diggable Planets. We got to work with them a few times, which is so fun. And shout out to Ruby D, who was their manager, and for a long time, and that was really awesome. Hopefully, he can be on our show too. But who else did I get to meet? We worked with. I'm going to forget his name. We worked with. I'm gonna forget his name. I forgot his name. Just lots of people, y'all.
Lots of people.
Oh my goodness, I forgot his name. But,
do you have one more song that you can just please share with us?
One more.
One more.
I might make this one up, y'all.
Okay, make it up.
All right, let's see. I give you gratitude. I give you love. I give you gratitude for the things you've done. I give you gratitude for loving me. I give you gratitude for all you've done.
I give you gratitude so much to Noni. You're just so special in my life. Noni's like my sister, my everything. I have no idea, literally, what I would do without her.
Likewise. Likewise, y'all. Ahava is a true blessing. I'm so grateful. So grateful.
I did have some pro tips for you because, as we do with every person on the
Come
show.
on with the pro tips. Let's go.
Okay. So I was thinking about your art that we can have a contribution to AhiYah's foundation. So for some of the people that don't know about AhiYah's foundation, we are trying to do something with the artists where we can utilize their art, sell their art, and use the money to go towards to sustainable living.
Yes.
And people with supplies and the children be able to learn more how to grow their own food and things of that nature. So I was thinking your art, we can put it on the website. We can use part of the profits and go towards, the children.
That would be, I can't stop smiling, y'all. My face is like stuck.
That would be
an honor
to do that for you, and to have your art also just displayed in our houses, and also at the resort as well. So people can see your art. It can showcase, because your art looks like it's in a hotel or just
thank you.
some luxury. And AhiYah Living Resort is gonna do. I think it's just will be perfect for your stuff.
I agree.
Also, I think you should turn your art into some accessories.
Yes, I've been wanting to do that forever. That is a milestone for me, for sure.
Oh my gosh, I can see them on some earrings.
Yes,
scarves, even turn it into some fabric and making some clothes out of it. Oh, I would love to have some in a long skirt, some pants.
You better manifest it. Speak it into fruition, girl. Yes, I am in agreement.
And you need a website for your art, Noni. I know.
I did have one.
You're totally focusing on right now, but people need to go directly to you to be able to buy your art and all your accessories and stuff that you're going to create. Your bags, your tote bags, and all that. They need to be able to go to a place to find your stuff. You need a website. You're so good at it. You just make one.
I know. I had one, you guys, years ago. I did have 13artistry.com, and I just let it go. So I'll have to fight for it back.
Please bring it back. Yeah. And then, so I haven't necessarily announced this online yet, but at AhiYah Living Resorts, we are going to have bands come out and play. It's going to be Bands Under the Stars, and it's going to be great for the locals. And I just really would love for you to just come back out of retirement and just perform at the resort. I would so love that.
You girl, that is my dream. My goodness. Listen, anybody out there who is feeling the vibe, hit me up in the DM so we can get this music thing going. Okay? I don't discriminate. I will listen to what you got. Let's get it popping, y'all. Let's go. I'm officially looking for a band.
Yeah.
It's
so good. So great. That's my pro tips for you.
These are great.
They're great. Okay, perfect. You like them.
This is perfect. That's everything that I would need to do, and everything that I would will to do, for sure.
Awesome. And how can people support you?
Well, I'm on the gram under 13 Artistry, and it is Art is Try, in case you can't spell artistry right away. And I'm 13 Artistry on Twitter as well. Mm-hmm. And if you are feeling funky and groovy in your hands, you can certainly Cash App a sister, because I do need some more canvas. Okay. And my Cash App is the same, 13 Artistry. No donation is too small or too big. And I'm also on Instagram under Noni Kai, as you all know. But you will see you see me under Kai Management in that regard.
Perfect. Yes,
Yeah.
please send her some money, y'all. Go ahead and cash for her
Don't be
hard
scared of that.
Just a little donation. Send her some
Go
love.
ahead and send a donation and write it off on your taxes, because you know taxes. Tis the season. Tis the season.
That's too funny. I really appreciate you being on the show. I love your art. I love your voice. I love you.
I love you. This was amazing. Thank you for bringing me out.
So good. So who are we going to have on the show next week? It's one of your people that you manage under Kai Management.
Yes, Miss AhiYah, y'all.
Yes.
She's going to be here as a solo artist representing her new music.
And you created this logo right here.
I did create this logo. She had a similar logo that she had for a while, and she just wanted a new revamp. And so
good.
We did that. Her website will be live by the time that her show comes. So it'll be AhiYahmusic.com, and she will tell you all the details about that. And yeah, I'm really excited to hear what she's been up to since we last saw her.
Yes, so make sure you guys tune in, because next week we're going to have another Artist Week. Listen to some more jams.
Artist Week. We love Artist Week. That's just that's what we do. And guys, if you have an artist in mind, or a business person that you would love to see on our show, it is very easy to get in contact with us and let us know. You can always go to AhiYah Kai, AhiYahKai, on Instagram or on YouTube. You can email us at AhiYahKconsulting@gmail.com.
Yes.
Go to Source Radio or go to shoplackenterprise.com and click the business planning tab.
I do it for the most high. 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 Our places to the most high. Connected to the most high. Hello to the most high. I do it for 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 the most high. Our places to the most high. Connected to the